Hey there, Alan Matthews here from Classical Guitar Shed, and in this video we're going to talk about a way you can get warmer tone on your classical guitar. And this is whether you have nails and you use nails, or if you just use the flesh of your fingers and play with just the flesh, then this will also work for you. So to begin with, let's just say that tone is a choice. The way that we play, and what is tone? It's the sound. We can have a very bright tone. We can affect that by getting close to the bridge over here if we want to. We can play very perpendicular to the strings, and that'll make it very bright. Or we can play more close to the bridge up here at more of an angle and get a very warm tone. So there's different sounds that we can make on the classical guitar with the nylon string. That's one of the reasons it's such a beautiful instrument. So for each piece of music we're playing, and each moment in each piece of music that we're playing, there is a particular tone that is probably the best for that moment. If it's a very flashy, aggressive part, it might need this very bright, hard tone. At another time, if it's a really very soft, flowing time, then we'll want a very soft and round and warm tone. And so this is a way to get that tone. This is a way to make the difference between those two. So first off, let's talk about attack. What is attack? When we play through the string, when we activate the string, then it starts the sound, right? It activates the string like this. If we push through the string, it activates it and it kind of just curls it around. It runs down our nail and it activates the string in a round, it goes like this, the string does. And that's going to give a warmer sound than if we pluck it, pulling up, I call this bicycling, where we pull up on the string with the tip joint, then the string is going like this. Up and down, and it makes a brighter tone. And so in general, pushing through the string is going to make a more beautiful tone than pulling up on the string like every single time, unless you're really going for a specific effect that wants an ugly tone, like something really harsh and aggressive. Then that might be a good technique. Otherwise, pushing through the string is going to be the best bet. So also what we can do with the attack is how fast do we move through the string? Do we move the finger very fast through the string? Or do we move it slowly through the string? And that's going to affect how that does as well. The faster we move our finger through the string, the kind of the harder edge of the front of the note is going to go boom, it's going to pop. Whereas if we slow that down some, it's going to make it more round. It's going to go wom, 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 instead of ah. And so it's a different beginning of the note just through the speed with which we play through. Now, affecting the speed that we move our finger through the string is kind of hard. It's kind of an advanced nuance to be messing with in your music. Most of us, we're just trying to get to the notes on time, right? We're trying to put the right note at the right time. And if you say move your fingers slower through that, it creates all sorts of issues. But anyway, it can still make a difference with your tone. But still, the rate at which we move through the string does affect the tone quality. So also, one of the things that's going to affect attack as well, so attack is how fast the string activates, how quickly the sound starts coming out, is how much tension we have in the tip joint. And that's really what I want to talk about here. Is if the tip joint is stiff, if we have a stiff tip joint and we move through the string, even if we push through with the big knuckle into the hand like this, it's going to have a very fast attack. Bang! It's going to... So if I was to play this with stiff, it's very, very brilliant and very clear. The beginnings of the notes are very articulated. Dot, 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 dot. And so then that is a very fast attack to it. And that's really great for particular circumstances. Now, if we want to round that out and make it to where it's just like a babbling brook, what we can do is soften the tips of the finger so that the fingertip actually flexes through the string with each one and uses more flesh so that it comes through. And what this does is it slows the attack because it's moving through more flesh. I'm guessing this is why it does. I don't know all of the science on it, but it works experientially, anecdotally. So then to play it this way with each tip joint flexing through whenever it plays, so keeping the tip joints completely passive, still the big joint is powerful and pulling through, and the middle joint is just following through on things. It's nothing's really happening with the middle joint, but it's moving a lot because the big joint is moving and it's following through, is so the attack of each one is less, the notes are less separated. To play something else, this is with soft tip joints. So it's very round. Each of the notes are very round. Nothing's really popping out, as opposed to brighter. I'm trying to make it the same volume as I played before. But each note is more brilliant and has a faster attack, is what it is. So the more flesh that we put onto the string by kind of caressing through the string like this, instead of pushing through like this, if we let that tip joint kind of flop through there, then it's going to make a warmer sound. Now this also works for if you don't have nails. So if you don't have nails, what you do is there's a particular pop. I wonder if I can even do this. My hand with no nails here. So that there's this pop where you can also collapse those tip joints through, and it's going to be, I don't know if you can hear any difference in it. But that also, I've done this with students who didn't use nails, and it also warms the tone there. So if you have a particular spot in your piece that you want to be more beautiful and flowing, and the answer is both depending on the musical situation. Whatever it is that you happen to be doing, then there's probably a better option. But that's the idea, is that we have options. If you only can play with stiff tip joints, then you don't have the option of playing with this warmer sound and making it in this way. If you can do both very well, then you can truly choose. And it might be that a certain technique you want one versus the other. Tremolo, for instance. Here's tremolo with stiff tip joints. So it's very, very brilliant. Every note is separated. Here is tip with softer tip joints. It's a little softer tone, so it's just a slightly different mood. Which is better? I don't know. I probably played the more articulate one a little bit cleaner. And that is the thing. It's harder to play with the soft tip joint sometimes with very fast music, because there is more action and you have to be passive while you are playing fast, which is an active thing. So it takes a little bit of practice and wherewithal to make it happen at fast tempos. So this is tone. I hope you can play with it, have fun, and please subscribe to this channel. See you soon. Bye-bye.